He's here, ladies and gentlemen. It's 7 minutes till the top of the morning. We are all the way live. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna welcome Gabriel Iglesias, aka Fluffy. He is in the studio looking good. Got his Ramones shirt on. He got that fedora hat. Got the shades. What are you drinking there, Gabe?
Hey, good morning. First of all,
good morning to you, sir.
Man, I haven't seen you in a long time.
It's been a long time.
It's been a minute.
It's been wow. Well, the last time I seen you, I was at one of your shows, and you gave me a great plug, man.
Man, you gave me a great plug. I think we were at the fight. It was a fight, and you were like announcing.
Yeah, I got a lot of love for you, man.
Thank you,
we go back, man. And I'm very proud of you, and you've come such a long way since I first met you. And you got a new show on Netflix, Mr. Iglesias. We're gonna talk about it.
I love the fact. No, first of all, I love the fact that you're plugging my stuff and everything. But dude, we go way back. This is crazy.
Yeah.
I remember when you gave me coupons for Burger King.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, because I was the spokesperson for freaking Burger King, and at the same time, Big Boy was so hard on me. He's like, Tat, how do you have these endorsements where you plug in cheesy tots? And then you're also the voice of 1-800-GET-IN. And the commercial will come on back to back. And I would do these commercials for Let You Know, like begin, call 1-800-GET-IN. And then, hey, do you want some cheesy tots? Burger King got you come. And then Big would just be like, Tat, you got two endorsements and the commercials play back to back. It's like 1-800-GET-IN, and then you over here eating cheesy tots. Well,
Yeah, sounds like you.
It's fat boy problems.
Yeah.
I can't help
That
it.
sounds like traditional radio just to get that money.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. Absolutely.
Good times, though, man. And it goes to show, there's some history there.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's up?
I still like all the things that have happened in my life, but I remember those freaking Burger King coupons because those came in handy. I wasn't always Fluffy. I was, Fluffy was brokey one time.
Yeah.
And I appreciated those coupons. Man.
But you know what, man? You know what's so dope about you, Gabe, is that you remember that. And there's a lot of people in this business that forget these things, man. I've been in this game for a long time, and I never expect anyone to be like, oh, Tag, this and that, the details of story, things like I was talking last week how Canelo Alvarez, who I worked with for a very, very long time, I was one of his first interviews. No one was interviewing Canelo. Nobody wanted to talk to him because he didn't speak English. And
Does he speak English now?
Well, no, I mean he speaks very broken. And
Yeah,
I'm sure
an interpreter.
he knows what it is.
I have money.
Dave, do you always have to be? Are you always funny, or is there a time that or often?
I got lucky right there.
Do people always expect you to be funny though, Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy? And people always expect that humor, that comedy, and there's just times you're just like, look, I really don't want to turn it on right now.
I think they expect, I hear people that yell. They yell. They don't come up and say, hey, how's it going? Fluffy! Oh, it's been cool, man. I got a handful of what's up? And I'm like, not a whole lot. How come you're not happy? Because you're screaming.
But you love your fans.
I do.
Your fans got a lot of power.
And here's the thing: is that sometimes I gotta remember, people just get excited. I know I would get excited. I remember, when I met Shaq, I probably did the same thing. I was like, "What's up, Shaq?" And he's like, "Hey, man, get the hell away from me," I'm like, sorry. So I try not to go out if I know that I'm kind of like either not feeling good or I'm in a bad mood.
Yep.
I just stay in the car or stay home. But if I know I'm gonna be interacting with people, I just like, hey, remember, people might come up.
What'll get you in a bad mood? Or do you get hangry?
If I'm starving,
I get mad.
but yelling, people yell and people that point. Like, I don't like it when people point their finger. Like, it's you. And I'm like, hey man, this ain't a lineup.
Right.
But I'm not putting the devil away like it's freaking.
Gabriel Iglesias, aka Fluffy. Does it get you've been a comedian for years, man?
I know it sounds crazy, but this will be 23 years.
You ever get tired of it, or be like, you know what, I can't come up with nothing new. The content.
No, people are always yelling, so I always have new content.
It works.
Yeah, the people that I do want to scream at my life don't scream. And
You have over 380 million views on YouTube.
That's his money.
That's a bit.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of
That's a
views.
lot.
Mexican Gangnam Style. Yeah, that's a lot of views. Good.
And Gabe, I mean, it's not just performing on stand-up anymore. You're not just getting on stage. You're in movies. You got your own TV show on Netflix. You got a comedy tours, man. I mean, this isn't just.
But I'm still not being asked to endorse freaking Burger King. I go a lot.
Burger King, you're listening.
I don't think you want to. They only paid me like $2,500 a month. I don't. And they gave me mostly all of that on.
They paid you cards.
They paid me in cards. I don't think you want the endorsement with that. Although at the time I was 325 pounds, and it was pleasurable for me to get those cards, man. You know what I'm saying? And we used to. I mean, at some point, getting double cheeseburgers from
That's crack,
Whoppers.
It's crack.
You know, it
Now
is.
they got those nacho fries. Oh man. Sorry, I'm legit.
I use the app. I have
They got the chicken fries.
chicken fries.
Oh,
Chicken fries.
I love those chicken fries.
He's live. It's a gordo. Está comiendo.
So, Roxy, let me ask you, Gabe. Be honest. Be honest. Does that bother you, man? Snapchat?
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
Oh no, this is a Snapchat. We're live.
Oh, well, live, snap, all of that. I mean, look, we're doing. We got so many cameras in here.
Yeah.
We don't need that
I'm
camera
not
right
gonna
now.
stay
Roxy.
on forever. I just wanted the people to say
Roxy's
hi.
like, why do I work out then?
Okay, so
Why do I work out? I have this camera on 24/7.
She was just
I asked him. I asked him because I can tell it's bothering him.
Okay.
I asked him because I can tell it's bothering him.
Pues dime, cabrón.
He just did right now.
Yeah, he's not
He just told you right now. So,
She don't even get a burn in her shirt. She can put a little marita under her like that.
my swamp water.
Stand right here. No, but hey, you know, sometimes you hear about comedians, they have like this sad, depressed, dark side.
Yeah, no, we do.
Do you have that?
Yes.
Like, are you open?
Yes.
Are you open about talking about that? Because you know now, like mental health is like this big thing.
My mental health comes from things that happen, not so much from like just I wake up and wham. It's like, oh man, something's going on in my life and I'm like trying to mentally deal with it. You know, like when I went through a breakup, I was like, oh man, it's not just my sadness was earned. It wasn't like it was a condition. It was like, oh, so anytime I'm sad or I'm happy, it's because of something that happened.
And your breakup.
I don't take pills for anything.
Right.
It's just
What do you do?
You deal with it.
Yeah.
You deal with it.
No, no, you're not baiting me at all. I got high with Snoop Dogg, so it's not that. In my 20s, I smoked way off in my 20s, but yeah, me and my buddy Rick, we lived together for a few years. It was a blur. It was a Tommy Chong bong that we had at the house, and Shipley's Donuts across the street.
Oh,
yeah.
Between the two,
That's a great connection, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Gabe, the breakup that you had, it's not reconciled. Or are you guys together again?
No, we're
I
not
thought you guys
together.
broke up and
It
got back.
happened a little less than a year ago. It's just one of those things that just didn't work out.
And that must suck, man, because I'm not saying all your comedy was about that, but a lot of your comedy had to do with your personal life, your stepson, your family.
All has to do with things that happen.
So honestly, Gabe, I didn't know that. I didn't know this is new news to me. Is Gabriel Iglesias single?
I'm not putting myself out there. I got dogs now. I don't know nobody in my life.
Yeah.
You can go chihuahuas.
You don't even know when to get that money
Cars
either,
paid
man.
for.
Enjoy your own
I
money.
can go out and get a coffee anytime. I want coffee at 1 o'clock in the morning. I know a 24-hour spot that I can go to.
Right.
I didn't listen. No one tells me nothing.
Man, I should have thought about that before I made a YouTube video talking about being single. I'm all out there. Single as.
As you should, Roxy.
Are we on cuss?
Yeah.
I was like, hey!
Give me a peach.
I'm over there keeping my radio.
No, you could say whatever the fuck you like.
I didn't see a dump box or nothing. Remember the little boy right there?
Oh God, I remember those days. Remember the dump button? If we said a bad word in traditional
Yeah,
it was like,
yeah.
oh my God, hit the delay button.
And then it go from laughing to like something else, like, and then the big one would have to go back and be like, Tattoo just said something about yeah, it always be that tattoo.
He needs to,
So here's what we're gonna do. It's 3 minutes after the hour. I want to, of course, properly welcome Gabriel Iglesias, aka Fluffy, to the show. Thank you so much for coming through early this morning, Gab. We love you, and we thank you for coming on. I'm gonna get into record, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about your comedy tour. We're gonna talk about your new show on Netflix. We're gonna talk about these movies that you're all over, and we're gonna come back in about 4 minutes. This is Tattoo and the Crew. Happy Monday, June 10th, ladies and gentlemen. Let me announce this, man. Can I do my boxing voice?
Yes, I know you love to do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way live on Victory Radio, one of the funniest men in the world, the one and only Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias. Gabriel, Fluffy, welcome.
That was awesome.
Oh,
It's because if he doesn't do that, it's not tap.
that's not tap, man. I gotta give proper introduction.
How long were you doing the thing with was it with Golden?
9 years, man. Wow. Yeah, we hit it hard, right? The golden boy, Oscar de la O. Yeah, man, I'll go hard.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a fun time. It was a fun time, man. I got to see a lot of stuff in there, man. Got
Yeah.
to meet a lot of people. Gabriel, you come out to you love fights.
I love fights. Oh man, so let me tell you something.
What'd you think of Andy?
Wait. I was at a show last night, okay? I was at a show, an old school comic, guy by the name of Luis Alba.
Yes.
Guy's been around
Mexicano, right?
he kind of for like 65 years. We were celebrating his 65th, anniversary of him being an entertainer.
Damn.
And
a lot of years.
I got recognized by a lady at the show, and she goes up to me, she goes, "Yo te reconozco." And I'm like, "You know me? Si te reconozco."
Did she point?
Yeah, she pointed. And she goes, she wanted to congratulate me on winning the fight.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
She thought you were Andy Ruiz, the heavyweight champion of the world.
Of all the things I've ever
No,
people used to
no.
say, "Oh, you know what, you look like the little boy from Modern Family." I've heard, "Hey, you look like the repo guy from TV."
Right.
But
Which, by
man,
the way, that fool lost a lot of weight.
yeah, he did. But it was one of those, like, I never in a million years thought I would get confused for being the heavyweight champion.
Hey, and there's your next lines and material for your comedy show.
You know what? I corrected her, but I almost feel like, you know what? I should have just gone to it. Let's see how far I can
You should have went like,
Yeah.
you should have did some swinging.
take. Just look at her. That, las manos
Yeah.
bien rápidas.
Gabriel, you get recognized a lot more now.
I do.
Are you cool with that? Do you take that in?
No,
or-
I really am. I love people. I'm a reactive person. So if somebody approaches me and they're being cool, I'm gonna be cool. If someone approaches me and they're excited and loud, then I get excited and loud.
Yeah.
If someone's weird, then watch this.
I'll show you weird.
Gabriel, but do you realize that over the years that you have become a famous man? Like you realize that the growth as the years go, the more shows you do, the more movies, the more stuff you're in, that you're now a Hollywood comedian, actor, superstar.
That was a lot.
No, because here's the thing.
Up and I'm like, man.
Well, the reason why I'm saying that is because I just like to know when I talk to someone, like what their changes in life is, man. Because I've known you when you were not this big star that you are right now.
Yeah.
I just knew you when you were just a stand-up comedian, and since those years you've gone on to do movies. You got your own show now on Netflix. I mean, this is it's a lot. Is it? That's why I'm trying to know. Is it a lot for you? Or are you still a normal guy, or you're taking this Hollywood shit?
I think the problem is that if I, they say, oh, hey, stay grounded, stay this, stay that. And I mean, that's why it's hard for me to just kind of like, well, yeah, it's this and that, but.
And money, Gabriel, and money. Let's not forget money. Okay, money has changed tremendously in your life, has it not?
I think it's changed the people around me more than it has changed me.
Wow,
that's deep.
Honestly,
The people around me, I think, have
like
changed
in what way? Did they ask for it?
They expect it. That it's just assumed that things are gonna get handled. Like I used to have regular conversations with people, and now it's like the more of like, oh well, times, you get the whole times, and the backyard, it doesn't look nice, and we wish we could afford to fix it up.
And you know when it's coming. You know when it's coming.
What's worse is when they just hit you with repeated guilt, like, we're not like you, that we can do whatever we want, and it must be nice, and I'm
right.
like,
oh my gosh,
why am I at this party?
But you know what, Gabriel?
Absolutely.
But the truth is, you really worked hard for that.
I did, but a lot of people don't think that it's hard work. They just see you going up on stage, and all you do is work for 10 minutes or for an hour every night. I'm like, no, let me see you do it.
It ain't easy.
You know, it is not easy. I remember back in the day, Paul Rodriguez used to do a great bit about it. He says, you know, that, and you know, stand-up comedians, we're the bastard children of entertainment. That's the best Paul Rodriguez, by the way.
Oh my God.
I used to freak out his manager, his old manager, Scott Montoya, look at him. You know, you could have done so much better with my career. You know, why did George get that jump? Where were you? What were you doing?
That's good.
That is
really
so
good.
freaking good. See, and you can just make people just laugh on the spot like that. But Gabriel Iglesias, you know, and you know this, man. Your money has changed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And it's gonna come. It's part of the freaking transition of becoming a successful star. You know what I mean? Your money's gonna get higher. People are gonna come asking for you, and you just gotta learn how to shut them down, bro.
I remember I talked to a comedian, John Witherspoon. Remember, he was a dad on Friday.
Yeah.
We're going there for 35, 45 million.
Yeah.
I talked to him and I go, you have any advice? He goes, don't buy nobody shit. Save your money. Don't be buying them cars and paying car notes and houses.
But you can go ahead and splurge on yourself, Gabriel Iglesias. I seen you hanging out with Jay Leno, and I seen this incredible bust.
He's the one that inspired that car collection, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
And
He loves cars.
I love this interview that I seen it a while back, and you got this beautiful bus with all the 18 Safari windows, and it was your first car. I seen that it was like your first ride, and then you go back and now you have you're able to buy these things for yourself now, Gabriel. Right?
I got a couple of them.
And as you should. Do you feel bad buying yourself things like that? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you earned it. It's your money. You got the money now, and you should be able to do that.
I know that as long as the people that I care about in my life are taken care of, that there's no issues. You know, if somebody needs a surgery or something, if something's serious, then I'm there.
Right.
You know, my son is definitely not suffering by any means.
Right.
Yeah.
He's living his good life right now.
Are you happy, Gabriel Iglesias?
Yes, I am.
You are.
Yes, I am.
Good.
Yeah, and sometimes I do make purchases that I probably shouldn't have made. You know.
Give me an example.
My
Okay,
cousin
what's
told me,
something that you've been able to do for yourself when you didn't have money? Now that you do have it, that you're able to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna go get this.
Like
I deserve this shit.
Impulsive purchases, you mean?
Yeah, like, you
Go
know,
ahead,
maybe Amazon Prime and freaking
Alright.
Patron and Prime do not go together, by the way. Don't be doing shots on Patron and then be on your phone like, no más lo que cuesta esto.
But I mean,
The thing that I bought for myself, I bought a house.
A house.
I bought a house, but not even a house, man. This thing is ridiculous. I don't need that much house. But
Really?
I don't know, man. I went for it.
nice, man.
Like over $1 million house?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah,
as
why
you should.
not?
Yeah.
And
He earned it.
And Gabriel, you got this new show right now on Netflix. It comes out June
21st.
June 21st. Mr. Iglesias, you're a history teacher. And were you good at history? Were you good in school? Did you pay attention? And is this something that you were like, man, I could do this, or that you reminded yourself of a history teacher in your school? Did you have to go back and think like, man, this could be a good role for me?
I was gonna be a teacher.
You
I was
were.
taking a course in high school called exploratory teaching, and we would prepare lesson plans, and we'd go to elementary schools, and we would teach the little kids. And the teacher from the classroom, she tells me, she says, I think you're going to be a really good teacher. And I go, why do you say that?
I think you would have been a good teacher too.
Did you graduate high school, Gabriel?
Yeah. But she says, I think you're going to be good. And I said, why do you say that? I said, my lesson plan was horrible. And she goes, I agree, it was really bad. She goes, but you had one thing that the other students that were trying to teach the little kids didn't have. And I said, well, what's that? She goes, you had their attention. She says, if you can get their attention, you can teach them. You can learn to make better lesson plans, but you can't learn that ability to get their attention. So
Right. Yeah.
I thought that was awesome. She wrote a nice letter to my principal. Next thing I know, I got an offer for a full scholarship to become a teacher.
You would have been
District.
one of those teachers where like your class would have been full all the time. Like people would have been.
I would have
wanting-
loved to be in
The
the
favorite-
Mr.
you
Iglesias
said the
class. You
favorite
know how
teacher.
freaking fun that would have. It seems like it would have been really fun because there's freaking real dickhead teachers out there. There's cool teachers out there, and then there's like really cool teachers out there.
It was, yeah, man, and then everybody always warns the next group that's coming up. Oh, these are the teachers you want to have. This
Right.
one,
Yeah.
everybody gets a reputation at the schools.
And go ahead,
So
Roxy.
you're starring in this and you're executive producing Mr. Iglesias, right?
It's a nice title. It just looks cool.
But like,
It means I get to say things on the show sometimes, so I can get to put my input.
that's so cool. Like, I mean, because it's on Netflix, right? And it's like, you hear all these stories of Latinos aren't getting opportunities. How were you? Do you think just because you're Gabriel Iglesias and you're established already, you were able to get their attention, or was it really just like a great idea?
How does that? Yeah. How did the gig come?
And I know why I got it. I'm a comic first, but I'm a comic with a strong social media following. I have really good numbers when I go out and I tour. And Netflix is a company that's based on numbers. They're based on numbers, statistics, algorithms. They're not an ABC, NBC, CBS. They're a company that does their math. They follow their math. Okay. So they're very, very different. So they look at trends and numbers and see who does what, and that's why they're successful. They base it on the numbers. And the funny part is they never give you the information. So like if you have a comedy special like on Comedy Central, Comedy Central will tell you, okay, well 500,000 people tuned in, or 1 million people tuned in, or 2 million people tuned in, so they can justify not giving you another special.
Right.
Like, oh, it was bad numbers. Oh, okay, I get it. It was bad numbers. Netflix doesn't do that. Netflix will give you a special and you do it and you're like, well, how was it? And they're like, well, we liked it. And we're like, well, how did it do? Well, we liked it. Like yeah, you know if you did good with Netflix if you call Netflix to follow up and they take your call.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, look, and you know, another question that I had with the show Mr. Iglesias that's on Netflix, June 21st, ladies and gentlemen, is you're a history teacher. Do you think like the world's catching on? Because growing up in my household, my mom was always like, "Don't pay attention to history." You know what I mean? It's a bunch of lies, you know. The whole world is Mexico. According to my mom.
Todo esto.
Like the whole United States is Mexico. You see why Santa Ana and Santa Barbara. My mom has all these theories, man, and I was like, fine, I won't pay attention. I got an F, a big old F in history. I never did well in it. But and being serious, it seems there are a lot of traditional things that are going on in history class that I've even thought to myself, like, yo, when are they going to change this shit? Like, they got to change some of the methods of the way they're teaching our kids. Do you think that...
It's crazy because nowadays, Hollywood and stuff, they like to call out entertainers or just people in general for things that have happened in the past. I think it's about time they do that for history.
Right. And are
hey, make those corrections, make those adjustments. We know that this and this and this happened, but they only tell you this and this and this.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about this earlier about TV shows. If we could bring back, we were talking about this like in the first hour of the show. We could bring back any TV show. What would bring? I said different strokes. Everybody was in here saying there was
Vicky the robot.
There was always like a
wow. I heard they're gonna do a reboot.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're lying.
Or rebot.
And I always felt like
show, and I heard that's true.
In those shows, there was always a message. There was always some kind of, whether some of the shows were cheesy or whatever, there was always like a proper message given at the end of the show. And are we getting that with Mr. Iglesias? That's great.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
No way.
Yeah, there's every episode has that to it. So I thought that was pretty cool. Very traditional, old school style sitcom. It's a live studio audience. Some people say, "Oh, you got canned laughter." I go, "No, there's people there."
That's awesome.
Why didn't you invite us, fool?
And now let me ask you: Is this a binge watching thing? Do you get all the episodes
10
at
episodes.
once? 10 episodes at once.
At once.
10 half-hour episodes.
This is great. On Netflix, June 21st. I cannot wait to binge watch on this.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
I can't wait to smoke some of my favorite stuff, and I put it in the air and laugh and have a great time. It looks like a great show, and I'm not just saying that because you're here. It looks like something I'm going to tune into, watch with my kids, and hopefully they get some lessons on Mr. Iglesias.
Yeah. There's let me tell you something. This show, every episode, I felt was very well written, and the messages that come across. The only problem that I have with it is that because it's a history class, you're going to get some people that are not going to agree with some of the content, which I've already found, which is hard for me because I always try to make a show that's for everyone. Right. But people will raise their hands about certain topics and things.
And Gabe, is this your baby right now? Are you proud of this work here?
I'm very proud of it. I'm very, very proud of it. So if I don't get another season or whatever, I had the chance that I didn't get elsewhere, and I put out what I wanted.
Nice.
Because at the end of the day, that EP title means that I get to oversee it at the end and say, okay, not okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
kind of like Marcela Alonso, like even though her show didn't get renewed for another season, at least she could say, like, I had a show on. How many Latinas can say that? Where she was the actual star of the show, But you also have, he's so fluffy-licious, huh? I just want to like squeeze
Yeah,
him.
I love him. I love him.
Fluffy-licious.
She hit me with that, not today, Satan spray.
She's been hitting everybody with that except me. I told her, don't put that shit on me, man. I don't like
It smells good. It smells like a spa.
It does, but I don't want to know.
A legal spa. It smells like a legal spa.
The thing is, you know what?
I like the other ones.
Chat was calling this Satan
I'm not a big
juice.
fan of the legal spot.
He was calling this Satan juice. I was like, this is too, like, block Satan.
I thought you said that's what it's called.
Not today, Satan.
Not today, Satan.
You straight up changed the name on me. You
Okay.
called
She
it
made it
Satan
evil.
juice. I'm like, what the hell?
Because she sprayed you, now you're gonna get another season. So you're
Yeah,
good.
there you go.
You're good. You're
It's not the
I said
opposite
a
of
whole
holy
lot
water.
of season.
I would, a little guest role would be nice. No. But listen, let's talk about
Shameless plug there.
your world tour coming to the Staples Center and Honda Center December 27th and 28th. Tickets go on sale Wednesday.
Yes.
June 12th, Hump Day.
Hump day.
Okay, how do you feel that Staples Center, Honda Center,
Same weekend. Do the voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way live at Staples Center, Honda Center. Get your tickets now for the one and only Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias. Tickets on sale right now.
tickets, pre-sale tickets go on sale Wednesday.
You like that, huh?
That's you know what? And when you get crazy, you should do that. When you
Yeah,
get
you know,
lay
you
on
want-
the bed,
you want a real-
you got the bed right there.
Oh, baby.
caballeros. Get
All the
ready.
way live from my bed with some of the best wet sex in the world. Oh God. That'll really
Reigning, defending.
cock of them all. With the smallest dick in the world,
Oh my god.
the hairiest balls of all. Make some noise.
El Pablo de Guanajuato.
With Rossi's toes in your mouth.
Oh my God! But this tour is gonna be great for you, Fluffy.
It's awesome, man.
This stand-up tour.
Yeah, to kick it off at Staples and Honda. I was like, wow.
How much work is that though? You got to get exhausted, right? That shit's gotta be.
You know what? I love stand up.
You
I
do?
love stand up. I love. It's one of those things when you're doing what you love. That's an awesome feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what the work is. The work is flying, having to wake up early, trying to do radio when you're
Yeah.
hungover.
Right. That could suck, man.
Dealing with certain family members that make life a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
It's that's the work. That's the work. But what I'm doing on stage,
Is that where it kind of comes out though?
It does, all the
these frustrations. You let it out on stage, and the energy.
I tried
that you
therapy.
feel.
It's not the same.
No.
It's not the same. I gotta pay them, and the other way around, I get paid. So it works out.
Do you still go through therapy?
I went for a while. I'm not gonna lie. I went
Yeah.
for a while, and a lot of
for
times,
you.
but they make you question yourself more than anything.
But that's good.
Like I like it when you go to like a tia's house. La tía will tell you, mira, tú siéntate, yo te digo lo que
That's true.
no andes con las sucias ahí en la calle, okay? Whereas when you go with a therapist,
Right.
it's like, well, why do you feel like you need to be out there? What about you needs that extra attention? Is there something that you feel is not being fulfilled? Is there a void? What is your? And I'm like sitting there like, oh my.
And then you get tired.
Like you leave, you're like, oh my god, I'm not even high, and I'm thinking a lot.
Yeah.
And then I leave there and I'm like, I have less money in my pocket and I still feel messed up in the car. So we'll go to Starbucks.
Latinos are so against therapy though.
Yeah.
Like
It took a lot for me to actually go because in the beginning I was so anti-therapy. But sometimes you just need to be able to get things off your chest and say things out loud so that you can hear them.
Yeah.
And I think more than anything, you pay a therapist to not interrupt you. You pay a therapist to just listen and at the end just ask you how you feel about it.
Yeah, it's a neutral party.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times if you go to your tia, they're gonna just be opinionated. It's like I like therapy because it's neutral. It's neutrality, and we need that. This therapist, you're paying her, so she's not judging you. She's just literally just a sounding board.
I don't know.
Tat, you need therapy.
people have told me I need therapy. I've never been in therapy. And you have a great point about the theater. There's a lot of times I don't like to go see my mom because my mom is the therapist and she's the one that's like, I've told my mom, I think I need therapy, I think I need some help. I have to get out of chingada. I think it's a different. Come take me to the market. I'll give you some therapy. My mom just wants a ride to the market.
Ayúdame con la ropa. Vamos a lavar.
No, all bullshit aside, my mom would say, Mijo, just come pick me up, take me to the market, and come on, we'll talk. But every time I talk to her, she really tells me shit that it's real. No one knows you better than your mom, than than the person that gave birth to you.
And I'm sure a lot of times when you're talking, see, the therapist also will let you finish, whereas with parents or the tía, they'll cut you off. Oh, I'm having a problem. Una cabrona. No, at work. Es una cabrona en el trabajo. No. Or I'm having a problem at work.
Right. My mom.
Tiene que ser una cabrona.
Yeah, and my mom's number one thing to me is, David, are you on drugs? Always. David, are you on drugs? And I'm like, Mom, I'm not on drugs right now. Like the Suicidal Tendencies song. No, I'm not on drugs. I need a Pepsi. Just give me a Pepsi. I just want a Pepsi. Yeah, it's crazy, man. All right, 28 minutes after the hour, hanging out with Gabriel Iglesias, aka Fluffy. Fluffy, you have a website. You have all your content, your YouTube channel. This is where everybody can check you out. What do you have coming up as well? You have any movies in the works?
Man, let me just say something right now. I want to say I've known you at least 15 years. This is the first time I've known you as David.
Yeah. I just said my real name right now.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa!
Yeah. Not me. My mom is not me.
What do you mean you're not Batman? Who's this Bruce Wayne? You're in Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
Do you
man.
still have your merchandise? Your little your little dolls?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, those are
I have a
so
whole warehouse in Long Beach that's just full of merchandise.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
cute.
I send stuff out on the road. I got 3 semis and two tour buses.
Damn.
Damn. And your merch does good, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, it's because that little voice that you do. What's that? Is that little voice
And
that you do?
I sell little monitos, right? And you push the hand on that, and the thing talks.
Yeah, with that little voice that you do, is that like your inner boy that's trapped inside of you?
Or a therapy, right?
There it is.
There you go.
No, Roxy is very.
Hey, give me that spray. Not today,
I
Satan.
think Roxy could have been a therapist if she didn't get into radio. I think she could have been a therapist.
Well,
She's
remember,
very therapeutic.
I have. Thank you very much. That sounds sexy, actually.
Wow.
I have a
Very
nonprofit for
therapeutic.
women. I have a nonprofit for women, and that's why I work with a lot of women. So I have to be that neutral voice for women because I'm not trying to be out there judging people. I just have to be that neutral sounding board. But that little voice you make, it's not about therapy. It's about his little boy voice.
You see that right
What
there?
is that? Like, I mean, I know it's you, but where does that come from? Because I feel like it's that inner
I
child.
have no idea. There was nothing traumatic that happened. It just, people always said you have a little boy voice, and I'm like, all right, well, let me milk that, see where it takes me.
It's so cute. That's like my favorite. I love when you do that voice. Are we going to see that on Mr. Iglesias? Or are you always serious on
No,
that?
I'm not going to be all serious. I'm playing myself. I'm playing Gabriel Iglesias in an alternate universe where I would have chosen to become a teacher as opposed to being a comedian.
That's so dope. So it's kind of effortless in a way.
Yeah, so all the things on the show that the guy likes, me, like I like wrestling. So of course, like on the show, I like wrestling. I like Volkswagens. I drive a Volkswagen bus.
Right. And you're able to do that even like on another scale. Since the fame and fortune, you're able to go to. I follow you on Instagram. I follow Alfred Robles as well. He's an amazing dude. And what I love about you, Fluffy, is you've taken your boys and you put them on stage too, man. And you've changed their lives as well, and very well earned by them. There's not like you're just putting your boys on up there with
There's a couple that just got put up there.
Oh yeah,
Alfred's one of those that legit, yeah.
He's actually legitimately funny, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just love to see the relationship that you've kept with some of your real ones all the way to where you are today. And WrestleMania, I seen Robles put that on his Instagram. You took him to Mania.
Oh yeah, that's a tradition. Every year we
That's
always go hit WrestleMania.
And I always see you at the WWE events as well, because I'm a huge WWE advocate. What's funny to Gabriel Iglesias and what's not funny? What is funny to you and what's not funny?
What's funny to me? I watch.
Like, do you watch?
I watch videos online all the time, Instagram videos or just anything that's on YouTube. And for me, I like cute animal videos.
Yeah.
Like with cats and dogs, and they're doing silly things where they add noises, or like a cat peeing in the toilet. I think like, oh yeah, look at I'm the one that showed. Mira, pinche gato se está metiendo in the toilet. Or the dog will play the piano and ding, 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 and
Yeah.
I watch videos like that all the time. I think it's cute.
Like America's Funniest Home. What happened to that show?
The
America's Funniest Home
The
Videos.
internet happened. They took it away.
Yeah, it's gone.
I remember, send in your VHS.
Yeah, they
You say
ran out of
VHS
videos.
now, people are like, well, what kind of disease is that?
Well, the thing is that you can just upload your own videos now. Like you go on Instagram, and it's Funniest Home Videos. You know what I'm saying? All these devices now, I think, have taken away the content of a home camera and then sending in your video. Like that shit's just it's gone.
I remember that video used to be hosted by the dad from Full House, right?
Yeah.
Bob Saget.
Yeah, he used to be. He was like the OG host of that show. It was like, ugh.
And the craziest part back then, I don't think he could have that gig now because back then, as a host, he was like so wholesome and he was the star of Full House and he had that show. But if you were to see his stand-up comedy,
his
stand-up
outrageous.
comedy, he is like.
Is he a perv?
He's super, super blue.
Yeah.
Like just
What do you mean
super,
blue?
Like blue as in dirty.
Yeah, dirty
Like
comedy.
dirty,
You would
like,
never think
whoa.
the stuff's coming out of his mouth that he's saying.
I would never think that of him.
But here's
right?
the thing, honestly, and this is just my opinion. He's not that funny to me. He's just not. There's a lot of and I never want to ever down a comedian because I know how hard it works, what it takes.
He was very successful.
Oh yeah. He's very, very successful. Just not my
Not
style
your
of
cup of
comedy.
tea, yeah.
Not my style of comedy. People love Tiffany Haddish. Not funny to me. I seen a stand-up video. I tried, Gabriel. I have a good sense of humor.
He said he didn't laugh once.
I didn't
was
laugh
like
once.
really
I
tired.
tried.
At the special?
At the special, yeah. And this was before she was famous too. This has to be her good comedy before she went and made movies and stuff like that. This is like that her real material before she blew up. And I don't know, I just couldn't get into it, man.
I think with Tiffany, that her personality is just so like, doesn't matter what she's talking about. It's just, like when she did that interview and she talked about Will Smith and Jada and the whole Groupon thing.
She got an endorsement from
just from that.
A lot of people kind of thought that was like premeditated, but I'm like, I think that was just natural flowing conversation. Groupon caught onto it, and then she got the endorsement. I mean, anything is possible in Hollywood.
Off of one interview.
Right. But I'm thinking
how many times have we talked about Burger King? Todavía no.
I'm gonna pull out some cards right now.
Chicken fries.
Okay, if you could get like, the ideal sponsorship or endorsement from any big brand out there, who would it be? Like, who would you say, I want to rep them because I know they'll pay, but I actually align with that brand?
Well, and not even so much with pay, because I mean I've had some offers for some stuff, but it's one of those like I'm a big fan of I'm a big dude, so I'm a big fan of DXL, which is a company that sells clothing for bigger guys.
Nice.
Huge fan of Jack in the Box. And I venture to say I came close to having something with them, and my management stepped in and they're trying to make you work for food, and I'm like, I get free tacos for life.
Hey, that's like a will work for food on another level, man.
Yeah, I'm like, I know a lot, you guys. Are you really gonna mess with this one? They need to treat you better. They need to respect your position, and they should pay more. And I'm like, you don't understand.
I could see that. I could see that.
Like, for example, I used to talk about how much I love Chipotle, and Chipotle caught on, and they gave me a Chipotle card that allows me to go to Chipotle as much as I want, with as many people as I want.
Nice.
But you're still not getting paid. But they were just giving you unlimited Chipotle.
They gave me unlimited Chipotle, and it was given to me by the CEO of Chipotle, who used to be the CEO of Taco Bell. He goes, "Here you go have fun, go throw a party," and basically I just take the card, I can go, and I show, I show it, and it's awesome because you see all the food, and then it'll zero out at the bottom to give you a receipt.
That's dope. I could see you with the Jack in the Box endorsement though. Let's put that out there. Here's some spray. Here's some eucalyptus spray. Okay?
There you go.
Buenas vibras.
Well, look, Gabriel Iglesias, you're a great guy. You're funny.
Oh, but before I forget, I think it's about time that Nike gave a shoe deal to a big guy.
Ooh, Nike.
I think that big guy should be Andy Ruiz. I know he's not asking for Nikes. I'm asking for him in hopes that I get a pair. Because he's over there asking about sneakers, and I'm like, oh my god, that's awesome.
Just throw it out there. Why not?
That's very dope, though. I love that, man. Gabriel Iglesias, new show, Mr. Iglesias, June 21st on Netflix. I'm gonna binge watch to this. I can't wait.
Me too.
Your tour, comedy tour, goes out. Tickets on Wednesday.
Beyond the Fluffy.
Yeah,
that's the name of the new tour.
What's the name of it?
Beyond the Fluffy. I gotta say it like that. Beyond the Fluffy.
Beyond the Fluffy.
Oh my
Gabriel Iglesias.
Pre-sale tickets Wednesday, June 12th through the 13th. They go on sale Wednesday through Thursday. Then they actually go on sale to the public on Friday.
And this is
to everybody.
this new material, Gabriel.
Oh yeah. And yeah, I gotta let everybody know that too. Once a special comes out, I retire all that material, and it's all new.
Wow.
And at the end, if they want to hear old jokes, I usually do old bits from like the first 3 specials.
Nice.
So you'll do that at the Staples Center. You do like a little. You'll open up with the little old bits and then go on.
No.
to the
I'll do a
material.
whole new show, and then at the end, if I'm feeling it, I get
Right.
a chente style.
And people like keep going, keep going.
I did that, and then pull out some old classics.
Oh, that's great, man.
That's-
I gotta check that out. We gotta be there, Roxy.
Oh, wait till you guys see the set. I have an epic set. I wanted to have the greatest comedy background and just a stage show production. It's insane. It's like WWE meets the Food Channel.
Oh, wait.
No, you know what? I gotta give it to you. Your production sets are always on point. The last show that I went, I think you were recording a special, but it was like all red and it like you take pride in that, huh? Do you have
Yeah.
Does somebody coach you in that, or is that just your own imagination?
You know what? I'm a huge fan of professional wrestling, and WWE does it right. And I model the way that I present my show around the way wrestling is, because wrestling isn't about who wins or who loses. It's about the show and the
Yep.
production and the
Yeah.
fun and the excitement that's being brought in. So if you just got a curtain and a mic and a stand, some people will say, well, are they there to laugh, or are they there to look at the backdrop? And for me, I'm like, well, they're there for both. If you're doing a show at a comedy club, then okay, that's fine. You got a brick backdrop.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a show in an arena and you just want to use a curtain, you want people to take you serious, well, you need to act like a freaking rock star. If they're going to be coming out by the tens of thousands, and you got to give them a big show.
I agree. You got it down, man. Hey, Fluffy, you want some chlorophyll water?
What is
That's a swamp water.
That's called swamp.
I'm gonna let you try this.
I call it Shrek bath water. Look at that thing.
Oh
That's
my
freaking
God.
disgusting.
She's over here drinking a bottle of
I know.
Fabuloso.
I know.
Fabuloso. That's all that when I pee, it smells wonderful.
No, this is a natural deodorizer, by the way. You want your woman to taste good? I would drink some chlorophyll water.
Give her
Chlorophyll water.
Basically, you want your girl to taste good, smell good. Get her swamp water.
That looks.
Spearmint, yummy.
Hey.
Oh, by the way, before you leave, Fluffy, do you suck toes?
Those are cool.
Yeah.
No, but do you suck them? Like if you have a woman and you're into her and she likes her toes to be sucked, would you suck toes? Yes or no?
If I'm in, hey, there's nothing that's off limits if we're into each other.
There it is.
Yeah, that's a real man right there.
You